I just downloaded this app that I just saw on TikTok for it because this girl was saying like, "Oh, if you feel overwhelmed about threads coming out and having to start a new app, we get this app instead." And it's like a
What is it?
bird watcher app.
Oh, I saw
And
that.
I'm like so excited to go use it. Like you go in your backyard and it's like freaking Shazam, but for birds. And then it
That's
tells
so
you.
Stop it.
cool.
I need to get that for Joe. What is it called?
It's called Merlin Bird ID.
Merlin Bird.
Watching
I'm, like,
birds is
so
so
excited.
calming.
It
Like
really
if you just sit in the
is.
backyard and watch whatever the birds that are in the trees are doing, it's like I feel like an old lady sometimes, but I'm like, this is so nice.
It's so like imagine if there was just no birds. It would be
I
so
know.
quiet and like
I know.
so it's so peaceful.
Have you seen those? It's almost like a Ring camera, but it's like in
Yes.
a bird feeder. I'm like, that would be so cool.
I need one
really-
so bad.
Joe like seriously wanted to take up bird watching, like bird watching. I think it's like the whatever the activity is called.
He's in the other room right now, like fuck you, bitch. Just listen.
But he like has it. Yeah, I have to get him like a bird watching book, I think. But we watched like the Big Year. It's like all about like finding. It's all about like finding the most birds for the year. I think like so people go like all over the world. I actually don't even know
thrilling.
if it's a real thing. But they go like all over the world and like try and spot these birds, and then it's like a bird. They like just kind of count the birds, and then like
That's pretty cool.
yeah. It has like Jack Black and Owen Wilson in it. It's a really cute movie, and Steve Martin.
So it's comedy.
So old guys.
Yeah, but it's just like really cute. I don't know, but we watched that, and he's like, "I'm gonna go bird watching now. Like, I want to watch birds and find them." The funniest
so
thing.
funny.
Yeah. I don't know if we get that many birds in our yard, but I wouldn't be surprised if I like find him at Home Depot and like get a bill for like $1,000. He like, bought like 7 bird feeders for our backyard.
I would think
would
like
attract
you would
too many
have birds.
birds.
And like watch him like go and find specialized like types of food to like attract different types of birds.
Yeah, don't attract the pigeons.
I just remembered we found a dead bird in our yard yesterday. And I literally, I was like, I cannot deal with this. And it was like the morning, and I was like, I texted Cam. I was like, you got to deal with this when you get home. And I did not let the dogs out all day.
There's been a dead bird in my yard for like a month.
Wait, and Willow doesn't
want to
care?
touch it. No. And once it's dead, the cats don't care.
Oh, really?
The cats don't want to eat it?
Sometimes
they just kill?
do, but they haven't. Yeah, they
For
just
fun.
Like, yeah.
Did they probably kill it?
monsters.
Yeah.
I just really can't. Like, I don't like dead things.
Do you think that the dogs killed the bird?
No. Maybe, but I don't think so. But
I had
it was
like a
bigger
hound
bird.
dog, and he had caught like a bird and a squirrel. He was fast as fuck.
Really?
When Willow was a puppy, she caught like a mouse outside at night. I let her outside to go potty.
Ooh.
And she was like a little tiny puppy. And she comes running at me with a mouse in her mouth. And I just shut the back door. I'm like, no. Like, I don't want to touch you. I don't want you coming in the house.
God.
Oh my god, what happened? Did she drop it?
Yeah, she eventually, I think I got,
Did she have a rabies
treats
vaccine
or
at the time?
something? No, I don't think so. Because she was really little.
That's freaking terrifying.
Yeah.
That's like in Chicago. There were so many rats, and they were
just like a little
fucking
field mouse.
huge.
Yeah.
But the rats in Chicago were like mini cats.
Yeah,
and
that's gross.
They could totally like take Rosie on, I think.
Oh my god.
They're like, you want to fight?
She'd be like,
I'm just picturing Ratatouille.
Yeah.
I love Ratatouille. I think that's like one of my top like favorite movies of all time. It's
How
just
badly
so
I wanted
heartwarming.
to eat Ratatouille after watching
I
that. Like I
know.
still do. Like it looks
I know,
so
I've
good.
never
I've
had
never
it.
had it.
It's all veggies though, Maggie.
I know. I like those veggies though. I think it's just like peppers and
okay.
zucchinis and stuff.
You like
Maybe
those
what's
ones?
that yellow fruit? Squash? I mean
Squash, yeah.
vegetable, not
But
fruit.
what's so great about it?
I think
Probably
it's just
nothing
a
I don't
very
think.
like it's like a roasted like it takes a lot of time to like prepare it
And the
everything.
veggies, I think,
And then there's
have
like
to
a
be
romesco
perfectly
sauce.
sliced, like all even
Yeah.
and like thin.
Like if you're getting like chef speak, like
Yeah.
if you're preparing it for a nice restaurant, you gotta.
Yeah. Did you guys take culinary? Sorry, change the subject.
We had like a home ec class.
That's cool. I did culinary.
Did you take it?
It was so fun.
I think everyone like had to take it in, I think it was 7th grade.
In
the
middle
kitchens
school?
were so, yeah, they were disgusting. Like
Ew.
I was repulsed by the whole thing, but
Ew.
yeah, and I burned one of my friends. Like the oil got too hot, and then like I dropped something in it and like literally burned her arm. It's like, oh my god. Well, I won't make that mistake again with the oil.
That's horrible. Did you learn how to like sew and stuff too? What else do you do?
Yeah, we made denim purses.
Were there boys in the class?
Yeah.
Okay,
all
good.
Boys and girls.
Also required to learn how to cook
boys
and sew.
PE.
Yeah.
Boys, you're gonna learn how to balance the
interesting.
checkbooks.
Yeah. But there's no class for that. I mean, there was in high school. We had like a business like segment, but
mine had
I think I've talked about this before. I thought in high school I like wanted to become a doctor. I knew I wanted to become a doctor. And so I was like, I am not allowed to take anything besides math and science classes. Otherwise, like, I'm going to fail in life.
No,
like, I literally had that whole thought process.
Do you, like, does that make you sad now?
Yeah.
Because you talk about how you feel like you missed out on being able to be artistic.
Yeah.
Or, like, learn how to be like creative.
Exactly. I didn't get to, like, tap into any of it until truly, like, social media.
Mm-hmm.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, I would have loved to take more like psychology classes or sociology classes, or like even anthropology is like so interesting. I've like, you know, Malcolm Gladwell books are kind of all like anthropology, sociology type books. I'm like, this is so fascinating. I would have loved to like learn more about this stuff.
Yeah,
but
you still can.
Like,
true.
I know, that's true. That's a very good point. But
wait, because like in high school, Devin, you didn't know what you wanted to do necessarily, right?
No idea.
So I wonder, if it's just like if you have that clear path where you're like, this is what I'm doing, then you feel so like I was all over the place because I had no idea. I didn't have cool classes like that though.
Yeah, well, I probably did, and I just didn't know about them. I only took dance as like my extracurricular.
I took badminton. That was cool.
Badminton. That was pretty cool.
I think they have pickleball now. That would be so fun.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. I want to try pickleball too.
They had pickleball on TV the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I don't know where it was.
I don't know if I like watching it as much as I like watching tennis on TV.
Yeah, I like watching it in person. I've never tried to watch it on TV.
Do they still grunt on TV like tennis with pickleball?
I freaking
do a lot of people
grunt that hard. I hope they don't.
It is really funny. Like the guy who won, Alcaraz, he like moans when he serves. He's like, ah! Like that's literally how his serve. But a lot of people like grunt. They're like, you know, like. But he goes. It literally sounds like that, like high pitched, like That's so funny. Like every time he does it, I'm just like, oh
that would definitely give me the.
That would throw me out of my like concentration. You know, like
maybe that's why he does it, just to screw up the other person.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He's 20 years old, though, and won Wimbledon. And he beat Djokovic, who, like, Djokovic had won 4 times in a row, like, won Wimbledon. And, like, he had, like, 23 major wins. And he beat him.
That is so exciting. Cool. I love when
Carrie Soto lost.
Yeah, I know. I think about Carrie Soto every time.
I know, because, like, that's the only time I've been like inside a tennis player's head, you know, like
that's so funny.
It's cool.
Are they making a movie of that yet?
I think they are.
Maybe, probably. Someone probably bought the rights. I don't know what's going on.
I think Taylor really likes the film aspect, or wasn't she a film writer at one point? I can't remember if
she wrote the screenplay like for whatchamacallit.
Yeah,
One True Loves.
Yeah,
that is scary.
I thought I read somewhere that she did used to, or like something that she like wrote screenplays or like wrote scripts or something.
The way she writes is very, what is that called? Like imaginary.
It has a lot of imagery.
Yeah,
I don't know the word. I don't know how to
She does, but she doesn't overdo it. Like, I've read books where it's just like descriptions of like the environment and stuff, and I just like want to
then that's
be
too
like,
much.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, I want the dialogue.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Yeah, I even don't like
find
when
that like if there's too much dialogue, though, I skip the like descriptions in between.
Me too. I'm like, just what are they saying? Yeah,
and like I literally have to go back and like read the like in between to like get the like nuances of like how they're feeling or what they're like trying to portray through it.
Yeah, and I almost never pay attention to like characters' descriptions of how they look. Like I almost feel like I always just make up what I think that they would look like.
Yeah, imagine myself.
That's
especially when it's written in first person. I just feel like it's me because you're reading it as I and stuff.
I typically have like a character. Sometimes it's like a celebrity, like an actor, actress in mind, but sometimes it's like a morph between people.
Yeah, same, I think.
You know what?
It's almost never the description.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that the next time I read a book and like figure out if I could remember their description and like what they looked like.
Yeah. I don't...
Like if you asked me past books I've read, I'd be like, I have literally no idea. Like,
you would just describe like who you put in the book for it. That's really funny.
That is weird. I wonder if that has to do with people too who like can't actually, like, you know, the people who say they can't actually see things in their mind. Like when you think that they're not
like that.
Yeah, Cameron's like that.
What?
It doesn't make sense to me.
What's that word?
What is it called?
I have no idea what it's called.
He's like one of those background players in video games that nobody's actually playing.
Yeah,
that's
like
really funny.
like that doesn't make sense to me because everything I think I see in my head, even with my eyes open, I can still fully like imagine a full scene of whatever I want.
That is so weird.
I wish I could see what you mean though, because I feel like I can too, but like I don't see it like so clearly, but I picture things in my head. But in like a different I
like it's not like I'm looking at a full picture.
Yeah, it's not like you're having hallucinations.
Yeah, it's like a clear picture.
Okay, yeah. There are some people who don't think in their heads. Like, you know how you have an internal monologue?
Yeah, that's
there are people that do not have that. Okay, he's not real.
What? Imagine how maybe nice
can't
their
see
mind
more,
is to be in.
Exactly.
You, like, look forward to things.
I have like 5 people going on in my head at all times, like telling me different things. Like,
can you imagine like planning out your day when you can't even have like a monologue?
But the way that he describes it is he says like he can still think, like he's still having thoughts.
But he doesn't think in words.
I guess not. I don't understand. There's a word for it. Like it's kind of common.
Robot.
Like people who have that think like AI.
This is a side of you that I fucking love, Deb. Are you dating an AI robot? Are you dating?
He's just a figment of your simulation, Maggie.
Oh my god, that would be so scary. I'd be fine with that probably though. All right, should we start?
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devin.
I'm Brittany.
We
always do that. It's so goofy.
I know.
Dance?
There's like a little dance right after.
Because I imagine the theme song right after.
I imagine the What We Said theme song, honestly.
You are not loyal.
I can't even think of how ours goes right now.
I can't right now either, honestly. I feel brain dead. I was just counting. I've been drinking since the Thursday before this last Thursday.
Drinking?
Oh my god.
Every day.
Like every night.
Except one day. All day, basically.
Isn't that annoying about vacations as an adult? Like, yeah, it is fun, but it's like you kind of feel like everything revolves around drinking.
It is true.
Yeah, and it's kind of frustrating too.
Yeah, it's weird with my siblings because we always drink when we're together, but like we don't. It's not like on a normal day we're just like having a drink, but definitely when we're all together, we're like, okay, where are we drinking next?
Yeah, and San Diego was like wake up and have mimosas, and then it was like all day long you had to like kind of keep drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then sometimes I hate that though, because like you don't even really feel like tipsy or anything. You're
just
like,
makes you
it's
feel
kind
like
of like
shit.
you're just kind of like have like something in your stomach.
I kept saying that. I was like, I was not drunk the whole time. Like, I was just like slightly tipsy the whole day, basically, for multiple days.
That's like we're going to Chicago next week, and I'm like kind of already thinking about, okay, like I want to go, we're gonna go to like some of our favorite bars and restaurants like on Thursday, and then Friday I'm like, okay, maybe I'll take Friday off of drinking like completely, and then like Saturday only drink like at the wedding, and then Sunday like we're gonna go to our favorite places again. So like,
who's getting married? A friend?
My cousin. So my cousin from London met a Chicago boy, and they like live in London. I know, it's kind of cool though. Like,
that's really cool.
Yeah, and they did like a London like small ceremony, and then like they're doing, I don't know if it's even a ceremony because they're just doing it like on a boat. It's like a party on a boat, so I think it'll be really fun. Yeah. And like,
that like on that river,
extended family. Yeah, I think it's like on the Chicago River. This boat might also go into the lake too, but I can't really remember.
Does the lake connect to that river?
Yeah, there's like a dam system where you have to like wait for it, and then like it rises the water or something like that. I don't know.
So when they dye it all green, does the green also go into the lake?
No, because there's like I don't know exactly what it's called. It's like a dam thing. I don't know. It's like almost like an elevator for water.
Technology.
Cool. Did you ever go to the Hoover Dam?
I've looked at it.
Listens to this. Like, what are you talking?
And we went to the Hoover Dam when I was like probably 8 years old, and like my dad the whole time he's like, "This is a damn elevator, and we're crossing the damn road," and then it was like we all got to say "damn" before every single sentence. Let's go to the damn gift shop.
Yeah, let's go to the damn dam. And you're like, nope, incorrect use of the word.
Yeah, that's really funny.
How was San Diego?
Before you could swear.
Yeah, literally.
Did we talk about San Diego already?
Yeah.
I think we did.
We did?
It was very nice.
Yeah.
I thought we talked about San Diego before you went to San Diego.
We just recorded last week, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, wait, we did. We talked after Cabo. I was like, thought I didn't say anything.
Did you guys watch The Summer I Turned Pretty?
No.
I've watched 2 episodes so far.
Okay.
I've watched the trailer about 500 times, though.
Why?
Have you finished it?
Because Taylor Swift. It's so good.
Did we talk about Speak Now, Taylor's version?
I don't think so.
I really like I Can See You.
Me too. I think that's my favorite vault song.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, don't hate me, guys. Did she re-release an entire album, or like this is like the song?
You don't know what Taylor's version is about?
No, I do know. Okay. I'm caught up on that. So but now
she did.
I for some reason thought that Speak Now is an album, right? Okay,
yes. Okay. But
I think also a song, so that might be why you're confused.
Yeah, that's why I think I was confused, because I didn't realize it was the album. But she re-released like all of her version of that album.
Yeah, and then to incentivize people to listen to that album instead of the one that's owned by like Scooter Braun and whatever, she puts songs that were never released from that era, like vault songs from the vault on it,
like
as
that
well.
She wrote when she was that age. And they sound like that. Like they sound so
you can
6
tell they're
new
from
songs.
that era. Yeah.
Because that's why she, like with the Taylor Lautner and Phoebe, they weren't like on the album, they were just in the music video, right?
Joey King and Taylor Lautner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There was not Phoebe. There's not a Phoebe in there.
I don't know what that third girl's name is.
Yeah, me either.
It could be Phoebe. But they were in an old music video, and Back to December is about Taylor Lautner. So it's like that was her Speak Now era, was like when she was dating Taylor Lautner.
Did that one, when did that originally come out? When did Speak Now come out?
2010.
Like, what year? Okay. So that was when I was in high school. So I think because I listened to most of like the one that came out when I was in college, like probably 2012.
Red.
What album was that?
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite.
Red was before 1989.
But Speak Now and whatever one came out around like 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
I had Fearless as a CD in my first car, and I would literally have to put CDs in the CD player.
Yeah.
How cute.
I had that and my Twilight CD and Lady Gaga.
What a great soundtrack.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's a good one.
So good.
Oh, I kind of want to watch Twilight today.
Oh, me and my cousin started rewatching them while she was in town a couple weeks ago.
Fun.
Twilight is so bad.
I know, but it's like
Really?
bad in a good way. It's a good bad.
I was so delusional when I was younger. Like, I didn't know how terrible it is.
But the baseball scene.
Oh my god,
yes.
Cinematic.
Oh my god, it's so embarrassingly done. But then New Moon was much better because I think they had a bigger budget. Twilight
and I
was
think
supposed to be like
director.
an indie film. Yeah, the director was so bad.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I wonder if have you guys like reread the books?
No, I've really been thinking I want to do that.
Me too.
And with Harry Potter.
I wonder how we would feel about them.
This is the same conversation I had with my cousin. I think she said she downloaded Twilight on her Kindle, so I need to ask her if it still holds up. Because we were obsessed with those books.
Oh yeah. I like did not do anything when I was reading those books. Like
me either.
it was glued to me and I was just reading it for like however long it took me.
Oh, it was such a good.
That's kind of why I want to reread Harry Potter, because it's like I wonder what new things we would take away from both of those, like
totally.
as adults.
That's so
versus,
interesting.
Like being in middle school.
I don't know if there's anything new to take away from Twilight, but like I feel like
Maybe
Harry
not.
Potter has a lot of lessons in it and like things that you can think of as an adult. But yeah,
don't
in
fall
Twilight,
in love with a vampire.
This is disturbing. Why would this girl do this? Like,
don't have a baby with a vampire.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
That's the funniest part is the baby Renesmee. Wait, is the baby Renesmee or is the mom just Renesmee?
No,
it's Renesmee.
Yeah, it's Renesmee because her
Yeah.
mom's
Like
is
when
Renee
she's all
and his mom's is
animated.
Esme. I don't even remember.
Oh my god, you have to look it up after. Look up baby Renesmee.
Yeah, because isn't it not like a real baby?
Yeah, no. I'll send it right up.
I've definitely seen that.
But it grew really quickly to be like a kid.
And how weird that Jacob imprinted.
Yeah, he's creepy. He sees a newborn baby and he's like,
so interesting.
I'm in love.
I'm in love.
Did you guys ever watch that when they made like a spin-off movie of Twilight? It was like a comedy making fun of it.
Oh no,
like
because
like
I was very
like...
against people making fun of Twilight.
Yeah,
I was very upset by that movie.
I think I was in the same boat.
Like, how dare you?
Like that.
I thought like Twilight fans went to it. Like,
I don't think so.
I don't even remember what it was.
I
called.
get like personally
horrible.
offended when people don't like things that I love. Like,
oh, we know.
Do you know what's
Claudia.
like so?
Oh my god, I wanted to kill her.
Why? Because she like shit on Daisy.
Wait, did she talk about the nominations? I haven't listened to.
You haven't talked about nominations. You were saying you were so.
Oh yeah,
about the
after we were done recording last week. After we were done recording last week, because I didn't want to talk about it to anybody, I was like, Emmy nominations come out tomorrow. I am so nervous. Like I just didn't want to be like, you know, if I would have talked about it, everybody would have seen how excited I was, and then they would have got 0 nominations, and I just wouldn't have said anything because I would have been depressed. So I told you guys because I was like nervous in like when you have a big job interview the next day.
Like as if you're getting nominated.
So nervous. Yeah, I can't even imagine if I was getting nominated. Like, but anyways, yeah, I did not think that they were going to get nominations. They did campaign for them, and I think they deserve them, obviously. But like, it was a book God, I can't talk. It was a book adaptation. And I just didn't think that people would vote for it, you know? Like, I didn't think people watched it.
Wait, so is it people voting, or is there like an academy?
People in the academy.
No?
But like,
okay.
I think.
Wait, so is the academy
the television
same
academy?
For all the
well,
like
for the Emmys, it's the television academy. For the Oscars, it's like the movie academy, which like Taylor Swift was just accepted into like the Oscars academy. So like you just have to have like some. Yeah, so like actors and directors and producers and like it's like their peers are in the academy voting, you know?
Can they vote for themselves though? Like that seems unfair if they're like a part of
it's just one
things.
vote.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's their peers. It's other actors and producers and directors and writers and whatever.
Wasn't Will Smith on the thing?
In the Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm sure all
and
of
then
those
he got
people are
voted out.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would definitely track.
That'll do it.
But anyways,
well, I think they can win now. I feel like they would have a good shot now that they're nominated.
I don't know.
Who's up? Who is against?
I have a screenshot in my
I hadn't
phone.
seen any of the other shows, I feel like, that were on it.
Yeah, they're all limited series.
Did you guys try
Beef?
watching Beef? I could not get into it.
I couldn't
that
finish
was not
it.
My movie. No.
Dahmer.
Oh.
I didn't even try.
Fleshman is in Trouble, which I don't know what that is.
I tried
People
that.
talked about that.
I wasn't a huge fan.
And Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Joe really liked
I
it.
don't know if that will win. I bet
That
you
has a
Beef is
fan
gonna win.
base.
Oh yeah, but I don't know if
a lot
like
of people liked Beef.
people
a
in
lot
the
of
Academy
people liked it.
Yeah.
I
But,
think
like-
that's probably most talked about. Beef, probably.
Daisy Jones and the Six, they had to train for like a year and a half before even starting to film. They had to write and produce a whole album. They had to like go in the recording studio as if they were musicians and record an album. Like they had to learn how to sing and play instruments. I think they deserve it so much.
That's actually crazy. Like, that's
Yeah.
very unheard of. When you told me
Like-
that, I was like, what?
Billy and Daisy had never sang before. They literally had to learn how to sing.
That's
and they
insane.
go on the show, they look like a real band, like real head singers of a band. Like
Wait, are they nominated for music within a show?
they're not nominated for like original.
Yeah,
Their
there
album
isn't
isn't nominated,
one,
no, which is stupid.
That is stupid.
That
Like, that's
is-
what they should definitely
Is there a
win.
nomination
snub.
for that though? And
Yeah,
I was looking through it because I was kind of.
I was trying to find it too, but Marvelous Mrs. Maisel tweeted that they got nominated for like best original music, and I was like, wait, what the fuck?
They
Why
have
didn't
music?
Daisy Jones and the Six?
That's so weird. You know, what I thought was interesting of the nominations. I think Selling Sunset was like an unstructured reality show.
Mhm.
I was like, isn't the most like structured, like scripted reality
That's
show
what
there
they said
is?
on the toast.
Yeah,
Like that's the
I
most
was very
scripted reality
confused.
show out there.
Yeah,
The reality
in
category
comparison
is
to
kind
like
of
what else
dumb.
there is. Well, I
But-
liked no Queer Eyes in reality category though, or like structured reality.
Yeah, that's structured.
Is that what it's
But then like
called?
Vanderpump
Structured
Rules
reality?
was unstructured. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
See, like though, I just whatever.
but isn't
cares?
Vanderpump Rules also very like scripted and structured too?
I don't.
I would
think
say
it
no.
is.
I think, though, that
They're tricking us if it is.
Yeah, like, I think that they maybe plan. Yesterday, literally, me and my brother, we watched, like, 10 hours of Vanderpump. That's all we did all day yesterday. And, like, all of season 7, basically. But, like, there's always, like, 2 trips per season, and this person's birthday, and this person's birthday. So I was saying, like, I wonder if they plan that out ahead of time, like, okay,
Oh.
you're taking the trip this season. Like, you're the one doing this season. Because it is kind of...
They might plan that out.
Yeah. Like, I don't think they
I think
plan
that's
who's
still-
cheating on
yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you don't. It's fine to plan that stuff out. I feel like that I would still call like unstructured, but like Selling Sunset, they like really. They're like, okay,
Girls
we
aren't
need
even
this
selling
shit.
houses.
Manipulate everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. The houses they show aren't even actually for sale.
It's so crazy.
It's so dumb. But anyways, I was so afraid to like, I knew that the nominations were coming out and I was like looking on Twitter because I knew people would be tweeting the nominations. And I saw Best Limited Series, which I was thinking if anybody got nominated, it was Riley Keough and that's it. She plays
Mhm.
Daisy Jones.
yeah.
And I did not think Daisy Jones and the Six would actually be nominated as Best Limited Series. And I saw that, you guys, I behaved so feral.
I really wish that I had a live camera.
Did you record your?
It
Yeah, I was
is
gonna
on
say,
my
did you-
Furbo.
Can you send it to
Hey,
us?
call Furbo up. That's their next ad. Honestly.
I'll send it to you guys, but I'm not gonna share it with everybody else.
Oh
'cause
my
it's
god, you need
embarrassing.
to.
Are you sure?
But I just kept yelling, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like I literally could not believe it. And I was like jumping around. I went and laid down on the floor and was like kicking my feet like a little girl. And like Willow was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I saw that Riley Keough was nominated. And then I got even more like feral.
Honestly, like, this is your time to start an OnlyFans and only put that video, and you would make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That is hilarious.
Or Patreon.
I feel like you have to like meet them or something.
Yeah, you should
if we're in a simulation, this is what's going to happen. They're going to do another season, and I'm going to be invited as an influencer.
Okay, I'll manifest that for you.
I did say if we're in a simulation, then they'll actually get nominations, and they did. So
that's true.
But it's annoying because, like, the fact that I feel embarrassed for how I acted. This is literally how men act when their
watching a
teams get into the championships. Like, this is my Super Bowl.
You are so right. You are so right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
They probably even act crazier.
Yeah.
They freaking cry when their team like wins the Super Bowl or like the whatever the other ones are called.
Exactly.
World Series.
Sports fans.
I said like third plate instead of like third place.
I saw that.
Joe was like, can you not?
Home plate.
Someone like replied to your story.
In
Joe
vicinity.
did. He served me. Yeah.
Like, bro.
Yeah. It was like, no, you can't do that.
No more sports talk.
Yeah. I just fair weather fan.
Yeah. When they're winning, it's good.
Baseball's the only one I know. Like, I do not know football terms or soccer or anything else.
I know football and that's it.
I know like little bits and pieces. I feel like everyone I dated in like high school and early college were just like massive sports fans. So like I had to like absorb some of it.
When we took my nephew to his like first baseball game, he was probably like 4, maybe 5. And me and my sister are like trying to explain to him while we're watching it. And we're like, oh, they just got a point. And my brother's like, it's a run. Stop calling it a point. Like he was getting so
He's like, you're ruining it.
He's like, you're teaching him wrong.
You're like, is the first quarter over yet?
Literally.
That is so funny. He's going to be like, I got a point, guys.
Yeah, no, he literally was. And he's like, no, that's wrong.
That's so goofy.
Okay, do we want to talk about our struggles?
Yeah.
The struggle bus.
Today we're talking about things we're struggling with.
Yeah. We should maybe also talk about good things as well.
Yeah. I feel like we always do a really good job of balancing out the like struggles. And this is like one thing that I think is really hard is like not trying to like qualify everything for like, because I realize I do this a lot. And it's because I'm like afraid of like stating my opinion and then offending someone. So I qualify it. And especially with like a lot of creator stuff, like instead of just calling somebody out or like saying what I want to say, I say it and then I like qualify it, or I'm like, but you know, if you do this, it's okay. Or like, if you're, you know, this doesn't apply to you if X, Y, and Z. Instead of, I feel like it dilutes what I'm trying to say. I don't like get my message across because I'm like over here trying to qualify everything. So
but we feel like we have to make
disclaimers
on social media because everybody's always going to be like, well, but what if, like.
But that's so interesting because like I look at you, Brittany, as like somebody who's very sure when you're talking, and like I wish that I could be more like the way that you speak. Like often I find myself, if I get nervous of what I'm saying, or like if I'm thinking about what I'm saying too much, I almost like trail off or just like stop saying the thing, and I'm not like confident about it. And I feel like you're always very confident about what you're saying, and then that makes people more sure of you.
Yeah. I mean, to be like honest, I do record myself like a few times before I get it like how I want to say it, because sometimes I have like a thought or an idea and I'm like, okay, this is how it is, and then like I'll listen to it back and I'm like, oh, that actually doesn't make sense, it's a little confusing. So then I like try and make it more concise. So I do like record things a few times, and by the third time I'm like, okay, I've nailed it, like I know how to deliver it. But even like in my delivery sometimes I'm like, I don't want to offend somebody. I think that there's a lot of like things, especially in like the dog mom community, that there's like I say something and I'm so worried about like someone being like, well, that's not how it is for me, or like that's not true, or whatever else. I'm just like,
people will say that
because I know the nuances. Yeah, exactly. And I think I just need to be more confident in.
Do you mean regards like, of like dog parenting, or in regards to like creator stuff?
No, just creator stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, like dog mom.
Because I think a lot of people also struggle with that with parenting, of like when people talk about their dog stuff or just talk about their life, like people are like, no.
I've decided I don't like, there's obviously like certain tips and tricks. Like I think dogs going into heat, I can like talk on that sort of thing. Like I have a lot of tips and things on that, but like I have no care to like talk about dog training, dog parenting. Like I don't want to even get mixed up in that, because it's just, people are too opinionated and like too
very
like
much
easily offended, I think, in that space.
I always felt like, I mean, I know more than most people because I'm on Instagram and I learn a lot, but like I'm not an expert. So like when people ask me for advice on their puppy biting or like recall and stuff, it's like, I'm not a trainer. I know people look to me and they trust me, but like, yeah, I don't want to like claim to be an expert in that space.
That's always what I say, is like I say my experience and then I say like, but getting a trainer was the best, so like go get your own trainer.
Yeah.
You know what I think is very interesting? Like I'm very excited for him and I hope it goes well for him, but Kevin from like Golden Ellie Life or Ellie's Golden Life or something like that, they came out with like a training app and like a training community, and he says it like, it's like in the first like part of the page, it's like in the FAQ, they're like, he's like, I'm not a trainer, I'm just sharing like how we train and what works for us, sort of thing. Okay. So
is she the one that went on TV? The dog?
Yeah, she's been on TV like on
the
like
one that
Jimmy
eats
Kimmel
food or something.
Yeah, she does a taste thing. And like I think that they've built a very positive community. I don't like pay attention too much to their content, and I don't like read through their comment section, so I don't know if they get a lot of hate. But I like that would take a lot of balls, I think, to put out an app and like be like, I don't have any certifications, like this is just from my experience type of thing.
But a lot of people do that. People do that in the workout world. You're so right. Where you come out with workout health plans for when you're not an actual personal trainer. There's a lot of coming out with courses and you're not, and like everybody is semi unqualified, and then you make yourself qualified by doing the
getting more of the experience.
People do that with content creation stuff too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's true. I didn't really think about that. I guess I just see all the criticism of like this like average person is just trying to like share something online, or like, oh, look at my dog, they did this, and like they just get a bunch of like hate comments in the comment section. It's like, let them just live their life, let them like figure it out. Like,
for sure,
you don't need to be like bothered by it.
I just don't like it when it's like a pyramid scheme, or it feels like a pyramid scheme of like when somebody's trying to make the thing that they're selling, that's the way that they're making all of their money, versus like what they're trying to teach people to do. And then it's like they're not actually getting the initial money from that. But like training wise, I don't know, that's interesting.
Yeah. I think what you're talking about though, in terms of like wanting to share like struggles, but also like the positive side, that is like one thing I've been really struggling with, like the duality of like, I'm really fucking proud of myself for this, but I want more, or like, oh, I want to be better. And it's been hard for me to like hold those two things and be like okay with it, and like good with like, okay, I got like, for example, my last launch, I think I had like 15 people that joined, but I was like, and I'm so fucking grateful, I'm so excited, and like it's such a good group of people, but I was like, but I also want more, like in that group. You know what I mean?
And then every time you're gonna like, keep wanting more. So it's like doesn't ever stop.
Yeah. And like, you know, my expectations were, and it's okay that my expectations weren't fully met. Like I didn't like hit the goals I wanted to, but I can also be like really excited for myself and like proud of myself for the launch and for all the people that are there.
And nobody on the outside knows when you don't hit those goals also. Like your goal could have been 8 people and then you could have almost doubled it. Yeah, like nobody from the outside knows.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying though? It's like that, it's being great.
Nothing's like ever enough.
But you can feel both of those things at the same time, and it's like okay to have those feelings. But I've like made myself wrong in like lots of different situations. Like I have made way more money in my agency this year, and like I'm comparing my numbers from last year, and I probably have made like half of what I've made with my like working dog mama business, and I'm like bummed about that. But I'm also like really like, fucking proud of the fact that like I have like probably tripled or quadrupled like what I've made in my agency.
That's amazing
and you've put your time in other things too, so it's like you're still getting the benefit out of the time you're putting in. It's just like in a different place, so then it feels like you're lacking, but you're not actually lacking.
Yeah,
that's really
I think
hard,
that's
though.
like one of the biggest like struggles is the comparison of like my own stuff. Especially because I have like part of it's like the inspiration is like I have some of the screenshots of like my bank account and like my Stripe accounts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, this could be like a lot different if I had done X, Y, and Z, because I see it every day.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do that too, compare myself to myself, I think.
Yeah. Which I think is better than compared to other people, because at least it's like a baseline. It's like a realistic baseline. But at the same time, it does feel kind of shitty to like know what I did last year versus this year.
Yeah, it's hard. Like when I'm comparing myself to myself money wise, the past 3 years I've been on a incline making money, more money each year. And then this year I'm not, like the slope is going down, and that makes me feel like I'm never going to make enough money again, you know, like
I feel that's like, exactly how I feel, because like last year, I don't know if like you were at the same point, like you were kind of on a really high trajectory, and you could kind of see where it was going, and you knew it would be more. And like and there's still 6 more months left of the year, or like whatever, 5 months left of the year. There's a lot of time to go, but it's hard to kind of look at those numbers and compare it to,
I think especially halfway through the year, like something happens to me in July where I'm like, fuck, like how did we get here? And then like it's already halfway gone. And then like also with holiday things, or like everything is so far in advance that it's like, oh, okay, well now it's holiday time. Oop, that's the end of the year. Time's up.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, it's already July. Fuck this year then. We'll try again next year. Like, it's like,
I know. That is like one thing I remember from like corporate and like working like the like sales specifically is like, if you take off a week every single month and you're like, okay, I'm not going to hit my goal this month, and it's only 3 weeks of the month, like that is whatever that is. That's 12 weeks, 3 months. You've like wasted 3 months if you like quit. So I feel like it's one of those things that we have to like keep working and trying, but like it's just like you can't get too in your head about it.
That's actually a really good way to look at it, even if it was like a few days of the week.
Yeah, so that adds up so much if you're like, okay, I'm done, like it's, you know, July 18th, like the month's over, I'm fucked. Like you're just quitting too early. But in the moment, like let me tell you, that's not like my thought process. I'm like, no, I'm fucked. Like it's over, it's done. But being able to like pull myself out of that and just like keep selling and keep sharing and keep like talking about things, sending like the extra email, like knowing all those things kind of like add up makes a big difference, I think. But
that's really good. I feel like this last like month-ish, or I don't know, maybe since I had therapy, or maybe I don't know, I feel like my mind's just been like in a slightly better place, because I feel like I've just had to let everything go. Like I feel like I can't even let myself stress about anything, or else I would be stressing 24/7 and like not okay whatsoever. So I think I had to just be like, okay, whatever happens happens. Like we have visitors for a whole month, we're $30,000 in debt, we have blah blah blah, like there's always things happening. So like I almost just feel like way better right now of like it's still all okay, like life's still gonna be okay, things are still going good, and in the scheme of life everything's great. It's just
do you feel like being able to talk about it like on a weekly basis has helped? Like you're not just relying on like yourself to kind of like manage it, or like with your therapist, being able to chat with them and like not just have to journal or like talk it out with like.
I think so, because I think it gives you like validation kind of of like, oh, okay, you're right, or like it's valid that you're stressed like that. Or when I'm in the wrong, like because when I'm like fighting with Cameron or something, my friends always take his side, which is so annoying, but like it's usually because he's
really
right. Yes.
That's
But
annoying.
like when I have with a therapist or something, it does help
really
me see like when I'm in the wrong too, or like when I need to change my mindset.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised, like with my therapist, like I thought like I would put a lot of blame on myself for things.
Yeah.
And then she would give me like a different perspective of like, okay, well, like maybe like he's also doing this or like whatever, and just offering like where he could be wrong too. And I think it was nice to like have both of that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Perspective. That's really, I'm like very shocked to hear that your friends take Cameron's side more. I feel like that's not how it usually goes.
Because they know both of us, I think, very well. So like usually in situations when I tell both sides, they're like, come on, Maggie. Why you gotta be like this?
That's funny. Do you find that like the debt is like really looming over you? Or it's like something that you're kind of like, okay, we're going to take care of this over time?
At first, I think because like I didn't fully know, first of all, how much my dad was gonna do to the house. Like I didn't fully expect all walls to be redone and like just the amount at once to be done. So I think while it was all happening and accumulating, it was stressful. But now like we're at the place where, I mean, we still have a lot to do and buy, and like we have a shower curtain instead of a shower door, and I need to get a bathroom mirror and like several things that are a few $100s that all adds up. But like it feels less scary. Like it feels like we're like at a place now where we can then just take it on and not, I don't know, not be so stressed. That
makes a lot of sense. I think I can completely relate to like the in the moment spending and being like, oh my God, it's another 1,000, it's another 1,000, it's another 1,000. Like,
or being like, how we got ourselves into the situation and now we just have to do it. Like rather than like, oh, we could have left the house in like we could have left the kitchen and only painted the floors, and then that would have saved a lot of money. But I feel glad on the other side of it with how much we did, and then we can pay it off. Like we've been in a lot of debt before. I'm sure we'll do it again. But it also makes you see money differently, of like more confident that I can pay it off almost, or like, oh, if I get a $2,000 brand deal, it's like sweet, that's 2/30 of this $30,000 debt. Like can't
that's
do
so
it.
True.
And it makes me be like, we could travel the fucking world for all this money too. Like I want to start balancing out more of like what we put into the house versus like I really want to start going out of the country and like traveling more and doing things like that. Like, and who the fuck cares?
We're on the same page with that. That's like, because like Joe literally was like, you know, like some of the tickets to like, you know, different countries in Europe are like $500, and I think for the wedding, like we bought our tickets and they were like $550, and there was like no way around it. We just did it because we like had to, and we were like, if we're gonna easily spend $500 on a ticket to Chicago, like we can
might as well go to Italy.
Exactly. Like, and sometimes like in those different, depending on like where you stay, like you can get a lot better deals on like hotels and food and stuff. Like
I saw Airbnbs for like pretty freaking cheap, like cheaper than hotels traveling in the US.
That's crazy. Yeah, we're on the same page though. I think that like that's something that, but like in the moment it's really hard to think about that, because you're like, okay, we're already like 30,000, so like after we pay that, then like what's next? Like we don't want to do that again necessarily, but we also want to travel. You know those people that are like, oh, like I paid off like $50,000 of debt or like $25,000 of debt. Me and my friend were talking. We're like, how many times have you done that though?
Exactly.
Like a couple
Probably
times.
a lot.
Like I got you beat. Like I could do that a couple times, like over and over again. Like,
that's so funny. There's a new show on Netflix. I don't know what it's called. It's about money, and like there's a guy who, there's like different couples or different people, and he like goes in and he gets their whole financial situation and then helps them with whatever they're dealing with, and it's like very good. And a lot of it was like there's someone planning a wedding, or there's people who just bought a house or are saving for a house, or like couples at different places. It was just like very, I feel like it'd be good for people to watch, to learn more about money.
It's on
like
Netflix.
Having a good money mindset.
I have to look at that. It's not Gordon Ramsay, right?
The chef?
You mean
Dave Ramsey?
Dave Ramsey. Yes.
I'm mean, Gordon Ramsay could help you get your finances in order too.
I would love Gordon Ramsay to help me get my finances.
Especially with his like accent and just like how brash, like straight.
Yeah, he'd be great, probably.
Yeah, he really would.
It's
I should
called,
like pitch Netflix on a show with him.
You should. It's called How to Get Rich.
Oh, love that.
Yeah. I feel like it's a good mindset to be in.
Yeah. I also feel like with debt, sometimes it really throws you into like the scarcity mindset of things where you're like, oh no, I can't do this. And like, it's really hard to kind of get out of that. And that's something else I've been struggling with too, of like looking at all the abundance and looking at all the possibilities of like, okay, I can pitch more brands for my clients. I can pitch more brands for myself. I can like just show up more and sell more. Like there's a lot of opportunities, but like at the same time, because of like the scarcity mindset, I'm like, okay, I don't want to fuck something up. Like I don't want to fuck this brand deal up for my client because like we like really need it, or like I don't want to fuck up this sale because of X, Y, and Z sort of thing.
But that's what's weird is like almost the more in debt we got, the more I'm like less I don't need it, or less scarcity mindset, because I'm just like,
really? Okay.
Because it's just so far down. It's like, might as well add another 5,000. Like,
yeah. When the number gets so big, it just becomes like not real or something.
Yeah, exactly. But like I don't want to sound like so financially irresponsible where I'm like just going to keep piling on, because we have plans now to be able to pay it off. But it is like you're saying, it's like, oh, now I have this number. I can do this and I can do this and I can do this. And then that will pay it off.
Yeah, it's like, what's the difference between 30 and 40,000? Might as well add 10 more, you know?
Literally nothing.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
That's another 10.
Yeah. But I don't know, like it almost feels like spiritual or something, that like my stress is taken away. Or like it's not like I'm like just almost every day I'm kind of like, okay, just like whatever will happen will happen. Like I don't need to feel any of this because it's not serving me. Like
that's
it's
amazing.
Just doing me dirty. Yeah,
that's really cool. Maybe it just like had to happen that way.
I think so, maybe. And like you said, we've been in that position before and paid it off, so it's like proof that you can do it again.
Yeah.
What's been going on with you, Dev?
I think my biggest struggle lately has been finding motivation. Like like in February, in March, I was so motivated to like create content and like do all this stuff. And then some switch flipped in my brain and I just cannot get motivated. Like,
do you feel motivated with bingo?
No.
Mm.
I'm proud of myself for getting it out there, but
yeah.
I mean, it gives me something to do, but like if I was motivated, I would have done way more vlogs by now. But like I've done 4, and it's like, oh, I need to do this now. Like I can't find, I'm not motivated, and it's frustrating because I used to be so motivated and like.
Yeah.
What step is it that's like the hardest part for you to do? Or like for me, it's like editing, I feel like.
Yeah. Editing always kills me.
Filming is probably the hardest. Yeah.
So is it for the challenge? It would be like actually going to do the bingo challenge.
Yeah, like I have no motivation to do it.
Okay.
And like when I'm motivated, like I have all these ideas and like I plan out, like I haven't even used I don't plan out my days anymore. Like and write my to-do
because you were using
list.
Notion like religiously for
and I would have so many ideas on Notion, and like now I just like don't.
Are you bored of the
motivation
content?
isn't in my brain.
Yeah. Are you bored of the content or like bored of the style?
I don't think so, because like I can try different styles and stuff.
Is it the participation of like, was it at that time where your videos were really, really, really starting to pop off more in March and February, and then maybe you feel like that's less happening now? Like, do you feel like engaged? Like people are engaged with bingo in the way that you would want them to be, or how you envisioned that people would be engaged with it?
No, I mean, I don't really care about the bingo thing. I just care like that I.
Well, you did before.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
This is depression, Devin.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That's like the number one thing is like things that you really used to care about that you don't care about anymore.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's wrong?
What do you mean? What's wrong?
Like you're like wrong or like bad for like not caring and not being motivated?
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, I just want to be motivated again because now I just feel, I feel like I'm not doing anything now. Like I'm just
I feel that.
Not doing enough, and
Yeah.
I'm not reaching, like I'm not putting out my potential.
Yeah. I guess that it would be really hard too because you saw your potential like pop. Like you saw what it happens like when everything kind of comes together.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you're like, how do I get back to that person?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I see all these
Which
other
I think that's like the
on
hardest
TikTok
thing
and stuff, like and I obviously always compare myself to other people, but like I see all these other people who have the motivation and are like growing and posting really good content, and like
that's what I wonder. Like, I think, like, is there something wrong with me, or is this not right for me? Of like Kylie Kioch, like when she has a house project that she's doing, and then the same day she's editing it that night and posting the video, and like she's motivated to do that every single day. And then I'm like, why, when I do a house project and film it, I'm like, oh, I don't really care to edit this for a few weeks. Like, why is it not? Why do I not want the ball rolling that way? It doesn't make sense because I want the results of that.
Yeah, like when I see her do that, I'm like, damn, I wish I had that motivation because she's like excited. Like that's
like why don't I stay up late and just edit it, and then I would feel better the next day that it was done.
Yeah. For her though, I don't think she edits the same day.
She does. She says
no, she definitely doesn't, because you could see that she like has clips from like a day or two ahead because she does a very, very good job of editing, where it's like you can see, maybe she does it like maybe she
the next day,
the night before, but it's like she's like a day ahead because she has clips from like day 2 and day 1.
Yeah, like she said that she has her husband for like whenever she's doing the projects of like it was a week straight. So then for that whole week she was staying up till midnight and the husband was watching the baby, and she just edited at night.
Her schedule.
Yeah. But it is still like a day behind, so she at least like has these like cool clips to like add into the mix.
Yeah. But that's still doing
it. But yeah, even still, it's still like, she still does a lot for the time frame of it all.
And then she's getting the results. So
yeah, and that's motivating. I mean, she just reached 1 million followers. Like I want that, but I don't care. Like, I want to have the motivation.
That's like, I feel the same way about just like filming and like how to, I think that like I see how you've connected so well, like both of you have connected so well to your audiences now. And I'm like stuck in this place of like, what the fuck do I want to connect with people on? Like, what type of person do I want to connect with? And how do I want to show up to connect with them? And I have no idea like how. And because I have no idea how, I'm not trying. And
I feel like it's extra harder for you because you have like 2 separate things right now, so it makes it harder in your mind of like, who are you wanting to attract on Rosie's account versus Working Dog Mama too? Like, is that the same person?
Yeah, I don't know. And that's like one of the hardest things is like knowing what type of content to be posting on Working Dog Mama. And like I also don't feel connected to that brand at all, like the Working Dog Mama persona. Like,
really?
So yeah, like I haven't felt like that for a year at least. Like
like as the name, or like
the name?
Do you feel connected to your agency?
Yeah, and I feel connected to like the people that are in my groups. Like I definitely am attracting the right people, but like I think a lot of people get hesitant about like, and I really want to help people that just like have dogs. I don't necessarily want to like help just dog accounts.
Yeah.
And like obviously I know that well and I can like help a lot of people, but I want to be able to like help all different types of people. And I get the objection of like, oh, can you help me because I'm not a dog account? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I can. Like that would make me light up even more. And a lot of the people that come through my program, like they come in as a dog account and then they like change and adapt and like become more of them. And that's one of the coolest experiences to see like people coming into themselves.
Yeah.
So it's just figuring out like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
like
think that one
skincare creators.
Yeah, like I want to like add more of those things in like my interest into my content, but I think that like I don't know what lens to share it through. Do you know what I mean? Like I think Devon, you do obviously a really good job of showing like the lens is like being an introvert, and like so you share your routine as an introvert, you share like your weekend as an introvert, you share your skincare as an introvert, you share cooking as an introvert. Like I don't know what lens I want to share my life through.
Introvert is like a flashy word that I can put on the screen that people are like, oh, like literally if I'm like, this is my skincare routine as an introvert, it literally has nothing to do with being an introvert, but people see introvert and they're like, oh, that's me, you know, like
that's me, that I'm connected to that, exactly. So I don't know,
or
exactly
they say
like how to describe.
You're not an introvert. Introverts don't post on social media.
Introverts don't use skincare.
Introverts don't.
You're just a narcissist. Okay? You're not an introvert.
Yeah, I've thought about like creative entrepreneur or like entrepreneur, but like I really don't want to attract like entrepreneur coaches and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I want to like attract other people in the creative space that are like entrepreneurs too.
Yeah.
And like we can connect a lot. But I don't want to share it as like a coach. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be like like on Rosie and Britt, I want to share being a creative entrepreneur and like my life is that, and like all the things I go through. But I don't want to be like, hey, I'm doing this to attract you so that you buy like my courses. Like I want to do it because I want to just be friends. And like I just want a community of people
that's
that
interesting.
We can, like,
sharing more of your like day to day or like the task behind the scenes that you're working on, and like the things that go in, because like you have 2 businesses and there are so many things that you're doing that go into it. Like the people that you're hiring, like people probably don't even know that you have employees and like the systems. Like,
that'd be cool to see.
But is it boring to like share like my meetings that I'm doing? Like, and that's where I was like, okay, if I'm gonna share that, I can share like, I know, let's like.
I love watching people who do that. Like I love seeing when people post their schedules, or like, because that helps me too, like of seeing other entrepreneurs where they're just doing their own schedule and stuff. Like it helps me to see like, what all are you doing in a day? Like what's a normal amount?
And like to kind of make it aspirational, so when people follow your content because they want to be inspired, because they want to be like you, like Catherine Manning kind of does that. She shares like her vlogs are the behind the scenes of her business and her what she does on a daily basis. And like I used to like to watch her content because I was like, oh, I want to be like that.
That's cool.
And I just like to see
but you don't relate to her as much anymore, right?
No.
What kind of like change do you think? Was it you or her? Because she changed her stuff too.
Yeah, probably both. I don't know. Just grow. I get over people usually. That's why I'm surprised that I still love JC Marie Smith, because I get sick of most people.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to what we said in like a few months.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yeah, I've just been on the outs. But that's what happens. Like I'll just go out for a few months and then like I'll binge all the ones that I missed.
Oh, I love being able to do that.
Yeah.
Because I listen every day instead of like only once a week.
Yeah.
But I do think like the aspirational content is really effective.
And then it could still kind of like, even though if you're not selling to those people, it would still let them know what you're doing to then go over to your other account and possibly purchase from.
And it can also still just be lifestyle. Like, you know, it's just
for
like
sure.
You can show your entire day. Like this is the day in a life of an entrepreneur with however many employees or what, you know, just like things like that.
Oh, that's a good clickbaity thing to say the employees.
My dream job a year ago, I dreamt about this and this is what my day looks like. I don't know. Things like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I just like, I know, and I'm glad that like you, and this is what I talk about with like the girls in the mastermind that I'm part of, like they've done stuff before that like I can see like how long it took or like the process of it. And like with you, Dev, like kind of switching so hard, like turning like 180, and knowing it took like 6 fucking months for your audience to switch over, and like, you know,
it took like a year
for them to find you and stuff. Yeah, like I think 6 months, like there was some momentum, but like being prepared for that, like, and watching you go through that, like that does help me understand like, okay, I might be like in the shitter for like 6 months to a year, and like how can I
but you're still
keep
progressing
past that. Yeah, because we put so much time and effort. Like half of Joe's thing is like posting content on that account. So I'm like, what the fuck am I doing if like I'm not actually putting any like effort behind it, or like I'm not figuring it out, or I'm not trying.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you care
new.
about that side as much?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I think it's just like finding the people to connect with. Like when people would like my reel yesterday, I felt really good about, but just because like there's people that I'm connecting with from it, and like they're finding it and like they're interested in it, and like when I'm sharing stuff like in my stories and I get DMs and stuff, like that lights me up and it makes me so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
but
cool.
Especially like if I'm sharing like skincare, or like I shared like bras that I got, like, and people are like, oh my god, like these are really cool, like I just bought some, or like, and we can like talk about it and everything. Like, that's what I love.
Yeah.
But
because I don't think it would be bad if you didn't enjoy that as much. Like if you were like, okay, fuck it, I'm not doing Rosie's account and I'm only sharing like the skincare and everything on Working Dog Mama and connecting with people there, that would also be fine, because then you also have your agency account. I feel like it's just like it's hard to know what to post on what.
It's really hard to balance the different businesses and like figure out like where to put my time and where to put my energy. But I think like the ultimate reason why I like started Rosie and Britt was because I love the creativity aspect of it. I loved creating and connecting with people. And I have to like allow myself to get back to that, where it's not just a checklist, it's like something I can like dive into and enjoy.
And do you feel not as creative on the Working Dog Mama account of like making videos and stuff? Like, is there less creativity behind it, you find?
Sometimes. Right now, to be honest, like I don't really know what's working and not working. And so like I hired another coach that like I'm going to be doing more content with, and like refiguring out like my marketing and content strategy. So
that's cool.
TBD. I'm kind of praying it's like a magic bullet fix.
That's something you do really well that I
was just
am bad at, is like asking for help and taking initiative. Like I will just, you know, I feel like it's my problem to solve and it's my fault if I can't fix it.
And I get insecure about it. So like I don't want other people to know.
Yeah.
Even though
but
I
the
share
thing that I find is like what happens is like if I don't invest in something to like move me along, I'm just a sitting duck and I don't do shit. And I think like I don't have like a direct that's why I think like having a coach and investing in a coach like makes such a difference, because you just spin your wheels and it's so frustrating, because it's not like you are like spending any less time doing it. Like you're still you're either worrying about it, you're like frustrated, you are unmotivated, you're depressed. Like there's just so many things that just like keep you stuck. And but I think like I've started out like my business. Like I remember the first person I invested with like was in 2021, I want to say. And I've just like periodically made investments since, and it's always like helped me move and propel my business forward.
For sure. You have evidence that it helps you, and for some reason I have evidence that it's a waste of money and it doesn't actually help me.
Same.
What evidence? Have you done it before? Have you bought like a course or like
I think I've like bought courses.
I think I've bought two and like not even done them.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I could have figured this out on my own. This isn't helpful.
Yeah. Sometimes it does suck, let me tell you. There have been stuff I've bought that I'm like, why did I fucking buy this? Like I've never opened it. But you almost like I think that I had to do it to know what I liked and didn't like. And that's why I created like the program I did, because I've bought courses and nobody cares if I opened it or did anything with it. Like part of my process with Brand Deal Boss is like I monitor what people are doing. Like not in a creepy way, not in an annoying way, just like, hey, can I help you? Like, are you stuck? And like there was one girl that like didn't show up to like 3 calls or something. There's 6 calls total. And I just DM'd her and I was like, hey, like, how are things going? Like, you know, do you have any questions? Can I make things easier for you? And then she was on every single call. She was dropping stuff in the community like every single week, like multiple times a week. And like, I give a fuck if you use like you're investing like upwards of $1,500 sometimes, like depending if I have a sale or not. Like I don't take that lightly. And I don't care like if you are unmotivated or something's going on, like tell me and like let's figure it out and fix it together.
But honestly, that's also a benefit of you keeping it smaller, or like whatever of how big it has to be. But like, I think there are people who, like Dev saying, that's the courses that I've bought where like they're not monitoring who's actually opening anything because they're selling thousands and thousands at a time, where it's like, it doesn't actually matter. So I think that obviously you're very good at that.
But that's where I think like figuring out what type of program is going to like suit you and your personality. Like the other thing too, Dev, like you probably wouldn't thrive in like a group of 30 people because you would let everyone talk and like you would never say your 2 cents.
Yeah.
But a one-on-one thing scares me.
But like there are containers that are like 10 people or 5 people. And
that
so it's like better to, but like if you heard, like if this is like, say this was like a group coaching call, like if you heard me say like what I just said, or like Devon just shared like how she's not feeling motivated, then I now feel like more comfortable being like, oh my God, someone else feels like that. Like I also feel like that. Like how can we like connect and like work together on it? And that's where I think it's like really helpful because I'm in a really small container right now, and me and the two of the other girls, like we have like a weekly like co-working session where we like just share like what's going on and what we should do about it, kind of thing, in addition to like our coaching calls.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, but I agree that there's like it's not like a one size fits all. Like everyone is so different in like what they need, and it's really important to like kind of vet people out and see what sort of style they have, so that you are not like investing in something that you just like throw away.
Yeah,
I think that's what a lot of like those like pre-recorded courses and stuff, that's like why that's like really difficult, because it also takes a lot of motivation to do that by yourself. Like you have to have the motivation to go through the course and to ask questions if there's like a support aspect of it, like in a Facebook group or something. And that's why like I try not to do too many of those things, because I think a lot of people need the accountability and the support of it instead of
I definitely
just figuring it out on their own. Yeah.
I have a change of subject.
Okay.
I just thought of something. So we went to Pride yesterday. Well, we went to Pride 2 days. Not yesterday. Yesterday we watched Vanderpump. On Saturday and Sunday we went to Pride. And I was going to tell you, the lesbians hit on you way harder than boys do. It's quite aggressive. Yeah. This one girl, she's like, we're in this bar. It's like the first gay bar in Portland. And so they were like popping off. Like there was so many people in there. Everyone's like half naked. It was very fun. And just me and my brother are there. And I had like so many Tito's and lemonade. And I was drunk. And this one girl, she like has her cowboy hat. And she puts her cowboy hat on me. And I'm like dancing with the girl's cowboy hat on. And then this other girl, like, because first of all, I'm not assuming, like in my head, I wasn't assuming that they were all like hitting on me at first. Because I'm like, I don't normally think that when I'm with girls in a bar. I'm like, what's up, besties? And the
they
girl,
probably take advantage of that.
Probably, honestly. So that she grabs my face like this and she goes, look me in the eyes. And she's like dancing in front of me. And I was like,
what the fuck?
And then I just danced away and like went back next to my brother. And then this other girl, she was like,
goodbye.
Like multiple times, she was like, no, just look me in the eyes. And then this other girl, she was like, I forget what she was even saying. She was saying something flirty. And I was like dancing and I showed her my ring, like as I was showing her. I was like, just so you know. And she goes, that's okay. I'm engaged too. I was like, no, girlie, no.
Oh my God. This is why it's rough out there. Like, literally.
Yeah. It's rougher than I thought. I thought girls would be like more gentle or like more consent involved.
Oh my God.
That's really funny.
It was funny.
It gives you a confidence boost though.
Yeah, sure. It was really fun.
So
there was like 180 floats in the parade. It was like the first Pride I've ever been to. So it's really cool to see. And apparently Denver's Pride is like one of the best ones.
Really?
Yeah, like everyone there was talking about Denver Pride.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe next year I'll go.
You should.
My hairdresser is incredible, and I wonder if he like does a big thing for it. Probably.
It was like really fun, just everyone being out, and it's like I didn't mean everyone being out as in being out gay. I meant just out in the world. Like it was like, because Portland, even a year ago, was very shut off. All the windows were boarded up. Like there was security guards everywhere downtown. Like everything is very closed off. And
for Pride?
No, like because of COVID and because of riots and all the
last
year. Like literally even through up to last year. And so like,
dude, I forgot that last year was cool. Absolute chaos.
Yeah. It's been a lot.
I forgot about that. Ugh.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
That's fun. Do you think your brother will come back again next year and do it?
I think so, probably. It was a lot of fun. Or we were like, oh, we should go to LA Pride, and then that way Vanderpump does a float usually. So we were like, we need to go to Sir and see Vanderpump's float.
That would be fun.
It would be.
I would need lots of alcohol.
Do they have a like Phoenix Pride, or is that like not allowed?
Yeah, in like March or something.
Yeah, it's like earlier or later. I think Tucson's is in like October.
I went once and it was kind of lame.
Yeah, I think it's pretty small.
Yeah, it was really small.
It's like crazy though. I looked up, like the pride flag wasn't even invented till like the 80s.
Was it really?
Yeah, the symbol used to be an upside down pink triangle.
Oh yeah.
And then I told my brother, I was like, wait, did the like upside down triangles being demon like come from it being the gay symbol? And then people were like, demons? Or was it the opposite way?
What do you mean?
It's a good question.
Like, because upside down triangles mean like the devil and stuff, I'm pretty sure. And like Illuminati. But that used to be the symbol for gay pride.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. But there was like a few churches and stuff in the parade, and they were like there was one of Jesus on the cross, and he was like, I didn't say that. Had a sign.
I love that.
Yeah. And then like there's the Columbia store, and one of the girls was like holding up a sign, and it was like, this dyke designs your hiking boots.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was great. Do you have any other struggles?
I think I got all mine out.
Do you, Maggie?
I only have one lighthearted struggle. I need help with Cameron's birthday. Because this man really keeps, every single year, he buys the things that he wants right before his freaking birthday. Every single year.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. It's like the worst. So like, he wanted a driver golf putter. Don't know what they're called. And then he ended up buying that. So I was like, cool. Now I got to think of something else. And then he's really been wanting a Blackstone grill thing, like where it's like a flat top, so we could do like hibachi and stuff. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to get that. And then it's his golden birthday. And he loves like Asian food and sushi and stuff. So I was like, oh, it'd be fun if he came home from work and I like made it like golden something, like, and acted like it was a restaurant and decorated, and I could get a little chef's hat and do some hibachi and like order his favorite sushi or something. And I was like, perfect, that's a great plan. Like, I'll put golden decorations everywhere, call it something cute. And then he gets home and he's like, oh, he picked up something from Walmart. And I was like, what'd you get at Walmart? And he's like, a Blackstone. And I was like,
you need to talk with him, because what the fuck is that about? Is he like, he's afraid that he's gonna be let down by what he gets, so he gets it for himself first, or like what?
No, like I think he's not even thinking of his birthday, probably. Or I don't.
Yeah. But he does that every time before his birthday.
Yeah, maybe it's the summer. He's like, woo, gotta buy something.
I think it's something.
Is there other things that he's like dropped of like little things that he's liked, even if it's like a bunch of little things that
so then he sent me like real accessories and stuff, but I was just mad because I had that whole planned for the night, so I'm like, do I still do the hibachi thing with the grill that he bought?
Yeah, that would be really fun. I could always, the other thing is I could ask Joe like what other golf things that he might like.
Oh, that could be good.
Like, does he have a rangefinder?
Yeah, I got him that already last year.
I could ask Joe I could ask him and see what else he might want, and if he already has it.
That'd be good, because I just wanted your opinions on if I should still do that with the Blackstone or come up with a fully new plan.
Are there like
especially because he's so excited
you
about
could get to go with it or something?
I think so. And then he also sent me today a blow-up sauna on Amazon. And I said, what is this? Do you want this for your birthday now? And he was like, if you need something else.
A blow-up sauna?
I don't know what this man loves a sauna. He also wants
How
a
does
blow-up
that even
jacuzzi.
I would rather have a blow-up
That's
jacuzzi
really...
than a blow-up sauna. That sounds really weird.
Same. I've never actually
How much
been in
is a blow-up sauna?
Here, I'll click on the link. Let's see.
Blow-up sauna.
Full-size portable steam sauna.
Oh, it's a steam sauna. I like a dry sauna.
I've never done either. It's $196.
That's like pretty decent. There's a 30-piece accessory kit for the Blackstone.
Okay.
There's a perforated pizza peel, so you could always do pizzas. But you said
that would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be really awesome. Yeah, that would be so good.
I ordered have you heard of that app Swimply?
Yeah.
I
the
ordered
swimming pools for like
yeah, it's like Airbnb for swimming pools.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got one next weekend. So we're gonna go swim in the pool because the dogs have never been in a pool.
Oh, cute.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm interested if they would like it.
I know. I hope so. That's what I pitched for the Snoopy video. So hopefully they get in the pool. Oh my God. Imagine they're just too scared to even go in. I'm like, just
literally, that's what it. I think I've done that before, where I pitched something that like I thought would be chill, and like
and then it's not
chill with it, and
yeah, like, JK.
Yeah,
I think they will. At least Finn will. I hope. Fuck, that would be bad. If not, I'll just use the baby pool in our backyard.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, maybe do they have life jackets?
Yeah,
definitely get the life jackets because that's like what helped Rosie because she wasn't a huge fan of the pool because she couldn't touch the bottom.
Yeah,
so the life jacket helped her. She still was not a fan, but
no, that's good. I should definitely.
And if you have pool floats, she likes water now. She just, I mean, I haven't taken her in a pool in like probably 2 years, so who knows?
Did Willow go in the ocean?
She tries not to.
Does she go like on the edge?
Yeah. And if she doesn't get away from the wave quick enough, it'll get her. But
well, she's too short. It'll freaking take over her whole head at like your calf length.
Yeah, I know.
Little babies. Also, try and get pool floats that won't be like popped because she also liked being on like it was like one of those styrofoam mats.
Oh yeah.
She liked being on that.
Think about a floaty.
Yeah, she was a bigger fan of that than being in the water.
Oh yeah, that's very smart because Finn loves like when there's like a beach or something where he can just lay and be in the water, but
exactly
laying down.
Yeah,
so lazy.
Wait, I'm so excited for you. That'll be really fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And then I go to San Diego.
Oh, with who?
That'll be great.
My family, my stepdad's kids live in California. So I haven't seen them since 2019, I think, or 2018. Wow. 2018.
Wow.
Yeah. So we'll be with them. And then my nephews are going. I wasn't going to go. And then my nephews are going. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to see them because I don't want to wait a few more months to see them.
Fun.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to go use my bird identifier app.
I have to tell Joe about that. That's really funny.
You should.
He'll be obsessed.
Make sure you leave us a review and rate us wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to us on YouTube and join our Facebook community because we're going to be posting some more fun stuff and you can participate and ask questions and all that fun stuff. So we'll see you next week. Bye. Love ya.
Love
ya.
Bye.